Okay, this is the most exciting part. There are so many boats over there, and we are about to enter the dead end of Culemborg because we're about to cross the ferry, crossing the river leg, and then into Utrecht. So we're about to say farewell to Gelderland in minutes. So here we are, we're on this ferry, and I'm stretching my legs, taking a break, and this is the perfect opportunity for me to have a ride on this amazing ferry, crossing the river leg from Culemborg, which is in the Gelderland province, and we're about to enter the Utrecht province, which is a sight to see. Now, along this river, further ahead, there was the capital of Friesland called Utrecht, and this was the time of Radboud, which used to be, you know, where the Franks attacked the Frisians, as mentioned in the movie of Radboud. And so here we are. We're about to cross to the other side to Utrecht. Okay, we are now leaving the zone of entering into the territory of the province of Utrecht. Okay, so further along the river, as mentioned before, there was down the town of Wake, or yeah, something like that, which used to be called Utrecht. Utrecht, the old capital of Friesland, of the Frisies, for a very long time until Charles Martel and his goons came over and occupy everything and destroy everything, and especially with that what's called Willebrood. I know I keep on bashing on that bishop because, you know, of my feisty reaction, but anyway, it's history, that's what it is. Here's the lake over there, very beautiful, so just admire the beauty of this province, and especially in the Netherlands. Heading into Houten, the last town to go through before heading into Utrecht. Wow, that is amazing if you look at that. You know, the building facilities, the town structure, it's in a figure of 8. And right now, just ahead of us, there is a tunnel. Okay, we're about to enter into the town centre, where, wow, this is unbelievable. Coming through, yep, here we have it. And welcome to Houten, the last town to go through before heading to Utrecht. This is the part of the figure of 8 of this town structure of Houten. Now, we're going through the tunnel right now. Yes, amazing. Then we go ahead up. Here we can see the bells, the school. You can see the bicycle parking. Here we go. We've just crossed the bridge, and now we are about to enter, whoops, through the side, and so, yeah. Okay, I'm taking that bicycle route on my way to the city centre of Utrecht. We're getting there, not to despair because we're almost there. So just a couple of kilometers left. Well, for me, I got 71 kilometers of autonomy left on Bendigate, that's for sure. Here we go. This is the city centre of Utrecht, where the moat is. This moat is very special because 800 years ago this used to be a moat, but then in the late 60s and 70s, early 70s, they transformed the moat into a motorway because they thought that the transportation infrastructure, they thought that it's a good idea to bring more motor cars into the picture, because they thought that motor cars or petrol cars are the way to go. But they were wrong, because in the end they just realized that in the 1970s that all these motor cars like this, it caused a lot of road accidents, especially killing 500 kids who went to school by bike. And so as a result, decades later, it wasn't until 2020 that they've got rid of the motorway and they made a moat out of it and returned that to glory. We're nearly there, everyone. We're almost to the city centre. We're just riding along the moat where it has returned to its glory and it's more safe again. And the fun fact about Utrecht, that this is the cycling city. It's more likely to be the cycling utopia. And so we're about to go through the shopping centre and then we will turn right into the city centre and then we will check into the hotel. This is it. This is the town centre, the shopping centre, where I'm behind quite a lot of cyclists over there. We just entered into the city centre. We're not very too far from the hotel where I will be staying, and so this is gonna be very epic once again. Here we go, here's the church, and now we are very close to the hotel where I will be staying. Now, if I will be very patient for a minute, I think, yes, that's the one. Here we go. And I think it's about time I should go and park. Okay, Bendigate front slowing down, 67 left. He's very exhausted, just like me. Here we go. That was a very tough one, I have to say. 3 hours of a ride from Sonnenborgh to Utrecht. What a gorgeous day to go out for a walk, especially in the historical city centre of Utrecht. Right now, the reason why I'm in Utrecht is because I'm here to do some exploring, as always. And where I'm going right now is that at 2 o'clock I'll be entering the Central Museum, or Museum Central, which is not very far away from, what is it? The Observatory. Yeah, because the Observatory is something worth looking at, especially in Utrecht. And so we will get there in a minute. Okay, here's the river. Well, actually, to be more precise, here's the moat, which has been there around 800 years ago, since Utrecht is named, right after Turiacum. And so here we go. Okay, so I'm walking along the moat right there. And so, where I'm going is that I'm trying to go to the observatory first, and then take the street to go into the Museum Central, so that it will be worth looking about, especially in such a pretty and historical place like Utrecht. Although before, it used to be called Turiacum during the time of the Romans, and so this is how it was named, especially in ancient times when there was a tribe called the Frisies, and so this was actually the city where the Frisians, even after the Romans left, have occupied or ruled, actually, to be more correct, in the time of Agel, Drizel and Radbod, and also Popo. This is the observatory building, which was first built in the 17th century, but then the current building right there is built in 1876. the observatory right there is one of the reasons why it's called the Dutch Golden Age, because if you look at the wall, it's pretty much where the telescope is supposed to be. And in fact, the 17th century in the Netherlands gave a huge opportunity for great thinkers, for example, scientists, physicians, astronomers, even biologists, and so on and so forth. And just look at the architecture of that. And if you see that rotating, this is how the telescope is working. You could just as well imagine that some observatory or someone with a telescope might be counting the stars or observing where it is. The sun, which represents the observatory, and if you look here, it says 1552. That's about it. And here it is, one of the buildings. And now here's the boat. And so here we go. Okay, I'm just sitting there, you know, on a square, just waiting until, you know, 2 o'clock before I will be able to come in. So, yeah, because according to the ticket, in which I got right there, it's 2 o'clock that I'll go inside the museum, because I've already paid for it, you know, even before I went off to Utrecht as part of my bicycle trip to the Netherlands, and so on and so forth. And I gotta say that so far I really like it. I really like Utrecht so far. So yeah, there is a lot more to discover. And afterwards, after the museum, what I would like to do is to try to go for a ride in one of those boats to sail on the moat, so that I can just as well admire the beauty of Utrecht with its very old city centre, because there is a lot of history to that. So yeah. Okay, here it is. Here's the river, which actually goes through the moat, and then up to the other side. You can also see the river flowing there as well, which which is part of the town centre. All right, my friends, this is Lawrence Oxham here in Utrecht, and I'll be signing off from YouTube. And tomorrow is going to be the final destination, which will be Amsterdam, for my cycling trip, which will be cycling in Flanders and the Netherlands. Well, because I'm in the Netherlands right now, tomorrow, day 7, will be the last trip I'll make, because Amsterdam will be my final destination, and I'll stay in Amsterdam for about 2 days, and there is a lot to visit, and then afterwards I will go back home. And so yeah, thank you very much, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day.